obi a yedi nkomo no obi a medin edi nanama intifo me ne Akua Asiedua ane Kwesi paka Wilson na edi dwumahi ebusua me checha stars no o se wasa da ba memre wofo bi aba acho woni Kwesi paka Wilson
se se de wuti be nante abiabo
it's a job se mimti
mu ko na pesa mu tire be bi di no mu ntonko mfi mutu enjoy somewhere stars
yeah ko tutu ngwe panyefo ni bia wo baby so me ahwe kra me be kra na mabechia wo you know nipa na wo so nya ne privacy no dey enjoy there so we enjoy yan kan yese mu hu ya mamo nkasa ye ho ana bibi etisa but ya ne bi mu ye ma ne bro so ebi a beto se wuti baby we aduane ye nyina ye tra baby didi you know na me say ye ne wanwa se wuni mfufuo di no te wa no wo say na pa se wo twa nkontomo na
ba ko bi die ma mi profile e da ma fa bi no ma pack so me talk e mo drop bomb ko me kola ho oh do abi to bia oh o da ga ko bia me fa ka wo so to do na wa ho we yi kasi
apaka so di o go ka wa chelo di o ye nyina ndokro ye to bi
obi fu franco and so be paka say daily graphic truth and accuracy every day na asam kese a ede ni mu wotwa enkran ahemfo mienu na omunyenya no gom ko omunyenya no pene hu se enkran ahemfo na omota use white ba nti ahemfo mienu na eda krata nim as a banner headline ni Adamalache the second wins appeal. Court orders House of Chiefs to restore him to register, but Gamanche office says King Teiko Chu II remains chief. And so I am say I omahin semno maso kakrabe wo mkoko piemu wa court na court akire we die na ehonsem na kratai abon amane ewo ha. President Mahama warns MMDCs against misuse of common fund. Enra President Dramani Mahama Asia MMDCs no omoye orientation edema omune ho na wakasa sika edeba mo so konkobobra and aso omfa konkobobra wo local assembly no esasika no omkwa amom community no omfa nye adwuma esefata story no ewo page 13 eya na wonya krata ya na wonya mu nhyem se wonso DC ekobia na se wankobia. Local printers, paper converters demand legislation to boost industry. And after Ghana's embassy in US lost about $4.8 million annually to fraud, Ablakwa calls for forensic audit. Nafe, choice of school implies acceptance of rules. Justice Ameloboba ena onunso eka.
Nene ya agree.
It's simple.
Freedom of association, but tunya ko join here. Emra wo mu ne bande. A lot of people say they we do nkomo over the years. Na me dey say they all call vetting no. Trend atum. Me dey beba minim angle no de na semnefi but me dey be situate wo yan ene ye nkomodie mu ni schools aye call ye ne dey ma akọ ne ne da ache ye be pese obi beko. Ene ne nkrofo akọ ansem bi asisi ho a anye bi mu de ye wo ha ya ye wo Ghana yi osum bia obi a pem utimeko sorry bia obi onso otiwa onko asori we mere bia nhyew se wo sorry a chinchine atwa ye de abagina nso se kosum we ana yesi ugidie sa na mpese meka ba bia ugidie nam no bi ntime mfo se ugidi se we na abetwa emoja guso aye unyankopon a eye wa wasem but the moment asafu bi atini school na oba ana wankasa no entete pa e wo se school ni mu ni din o maginti wo pese oba ko bia anya wo sum na ade ko change school mra Angela me dey fi be me ni say what
we do on the Roman
exactly nipa no ebi esisi bebre ebri bi ache bro be 10 or 15 years ago at the Sadal College ye na nim say Anglican school kese pa na obi ko obi me mosum kro na nipa kro ni wo mu no na Kwesi adaso ye se ye ko mass Anglican mass wo se me nko na house master ne nam houses ni mu hwe se obe ka obi afiri wo asori na omo de hye no ya na entity penti o enye se chinchina wo sori akodi sofo na bibi ne mum sa sori ene entity pa kwakwa na atiri mu aboni bi wo ha odi aya na ye ne den na kwara ehu se house master eba na ono alfa do mu ampie no wa fro empoma efira brosan ye to so jamamienu so atia besi na ne kon abesi fo mama na wu na ebi mo tia bonten na ye hodi school no se enyo hyesa mo be hye wo bi me de se madwe wo mitiri mu no Justice Amalibuba esoso e can the same thing say choice in the moment now we choose so we go St. John's no no I want to say Kwesi that's one be mass.
I say Kwesi that from Monday to Friday
house be akọ mass.
Exactly. House be mass.
Edru Easter. Na ye be Easter you stations of the cross. Unko to join na ye recite ye can say ye rosary. Ye wonoma bebre aye uji tum so be ko Wesley girls a. Ye so kwa emfa any book ma apart from Methodist book. Emra ye wo hono no. Na school no anya nhihye ya ama na anya fa. Ebe ye ofesa wo do ba be ko bi. Na wo kwa wo de ugidie ene de wo e de kwasesa school mra. Eye me de se so ye mama o so ye papa o. Amalebo ba so ba. Em so your ba right Kwesi. Abi bata amalebo. Yes. What ka say me na de ye pe me gina sa de we me a lot of me nkrofo na me nua ma ye ne o ma ye adwuma wo efi dada etwemu ebi against the chere ebi ni Achimota school Rastaman no kwa Achimota ye say afi be da politics enye ne na Achimota e be say you tete wo no kra no nya Achimota no wako a class of people bi ene ne ye say ye futuma friend obi anye ni ba nso enko school me nka say Rastaman ye nye ni ba me ka de aka say sabi an education reforms na ba no ama ene utindi bo kakra bi onye opportunity ku school papa kan na just the preserve of empanyinfo bi ma ene akasifo bi but na ye futuma fra utidi boa nko a utimi nye school papa de ko na akwa na would believe no school no ne o ma e wo ho ne nhihye ya wadi so from time immemorial no wona akosesa no me say freedom of association wo na utimi ko join ni ko bi a wo pe amra me ho ensi wo ho kwan a emra ye wo ko ni mo ko edi so enye wo na wo ko kire say me right ni me right nhihye ye e wo ho ma me nka
ebi ni lady a ama governor. Yes, 3 years ago. Now some may who calling to the bar because almost share the dress and then you may be on social media and conform it to or more and
not your phone and then new master son. Oh no, public place if I want to know where did you? A men can say a shit, but a one way more encouraging me per se. Ubey a cranka, a public transport to Cranfo because a normal team influencing Nipa. And the sound common just describe woman social life be enti uko emranimu now jitum say dwuma we and suku we na mekwa de yemra wo hono no and am school na distinguishing ho a aye wo fese wo bekobi nya wo na wo kosesa sa mra na e wo hono Catholic school say St. Louis we na emri bi yete ho asama say yes Muslim 4% wo bi si mosque Archbishop ukure nuru nani o mpene nya de be ye adwuma sa enti ukwa enhyehyeye na wo no wadi so na ho ato ni adam alachafo die na me de ye kala cha kane ewra okay fireman na ye jawra la ye ja anaka ne na eme bi atwam na ono na ye gamanche na na eti ne din ene ye ti ye se asesen usa ye den wahwa enkran ahemfo no enkomo ne be sori a ya na aban sesane politics nsemba me de ma monitor hu se sa na ya na taiko minnim ensakure kita bibi mo baabi ya ohini ya ba odi ne hene you know last year Santa in 25th anniversary kura no aye muma o be kire de onim e de na asesen bi mu a afi yesi ya court na ya kodi asem so se yesi appeal no papa lache ya nwini but ni taiko churu so say no na da so ya
baba so let me just come in here so 2021 and assembly by and I will court to date court ne ankase ye lache no and ye gamanches when so no kaya ni say onwe yin dey free the register of the National House of Chiefs no and no you something they didn't come to recognize him as like they didn't call the register me say as what they say we did here that say as what I say
and no mo mechirem
what I say so that was a court ruling say we didn't free the National House of Chiefs register
yes I'm funny
it's funny jinin san question bi
no onya dey no nkodi gamancha na so won san ko kire fie
court na james nkodi gamancha
won say ho na bono fa dey na be say no
anything na it's like gamancha a issue statement and do say court na nka say ya ono na ye gamancha sisia the court only ordered for administrative process keke it's another there and the National House of Chiefs for accept but he still remains the gamanche which is true because the court ruling can say reinstating the into the register. One can say a government.
And you're reinstating it na.
What does it mean exactly? So that's the question. What does it mean? I don't even know how we get that.
It was for the Chronicle, the Wakata and Twaso. The Chronicle, the Wakata, and he say PAG protests Talo Cosmos license extension deal. And which are a name for to some for another finance minister Edema Gano, Raken Uforiata, Nymphony, Ewaha, Ninsesum Nanudi say, Ghana for their Muye Mini. Uforiata's injunction application against OSP shut down. As some Cassia at the Chronicle, a name Anope, which are Ankane Education Minister, Ura or say Yao, or say Educhum, Dr. Kanidimu, and as a doctor. Nymphony and Dahain was say, I am ready to contest MPP presidential slot, Educhum declares. And I say, court reporters need regulation. And they win here as a contempt of court, it show up. Was should be a bayation. Kwesi
could be.
And so, Oferata Diano, court and say, OSP can declare him wanted. Internal sign injunction of the court say, Mema OSP declare wanted. And this is not a recent case, no. A first one a buy, no. What I say, Odinka declare wanted, first one be, and son obeying the DA free one, second one, exactly. It's our first one, no. Who keys, no. But of course, it still applies to this particular one because on my area, still not a fair court to say the OSP can go ahead and do whatever he can do in regards to getting kind of water back into the country. There's no problem with that. Some of us, I wasn't really interested in whatever was going to happen, but court in really say injunction engagement. It's OSP will find somebody declare wanted any day, anytime, anywhere, anyhow. It's why area. But young kid, you should be Akwaba. Man, Akwaba. It's really video about it. It's own could be my video about it. So, the man Akwaba said the paradox of Kakaye. Every man a year party no opportunity to choose who is the best candidate among them. But of course, then that I won't try. Then try that I won't. Then I say, raceway no a 2-horse race between a year Baumia. And Kennedy Japan. Ocean Komai Persona Diadi. ABC the flag brand no Echo North. And he said Gina North, which are baby whether the eastern or the central or whatever, or Ashanti region. ABC parts in the war, history be. So come back one. If it's the one part to say who be winning presidency, then a counter argument comes and says, well, money was a coup for in 2008. The money say like a president. In 2012, and before the two say, in fact, to them, they say it all the time. They don't want the election, but it's Jima Musa and Omoji. So, Akufo as a candidate, or born holding. In the case of Baumiano, they argue that one man holding, or what the most saying, it is our history that honor. Won't me for our history to be. What I say? Yeah. In fact, on the data, on before no, on the data, I say. Zongo police station across the country. Bamia Lucini na. Bamia is a Muslim. Zongo police station across Ghana. Or Lucini na except Winba. You want pet and Winnie. And this is a man party argue say, the neighbor said that Baya in California Trabana man. I'm in the Bayano in California Zongo police station. I'm on Trabana man. But I tell them again and say that. And then she says Zongo na sisa. And this is Canada pure Muslims or Islam for no. It is ongoing. And there's ongoing. I before. Movie. What I say. So if you want to use that as an angle against the man, I don't think it's fair to him. But anyway, that is what they are doing. It is a Luchuma bar. You're a quava. I want to make a now you share how I did the but you didn't inside an empha. Either Baumia or probably Ken. And at this reason, already they have an issue with their dates. You bump and open a kieka. It is me for Subi. Say, I'm warm. Or more science, or more Saku. Now, more fun solve problem. We need a credible opposition. Say, MPP, if they're in crisis, it doesn't help Ghana. Yeah. Because we need them.
So, you're national boy.
Exactly. So, we need them. Yeah, MPP for we need them. Young person, omo divide no omo come humbo no ma aban no whatever it needs legally legitimately criticism na also the man ba no na aban no esiti on the ninth so no also one for ba no se bompai wa o ye MPP ni bia no kwa bompai ma party no se me mwo omo mpenifo no ma adwene ene nyansa amo fo mbo ye party na party no sinjina brand kaka meka no
se kwa brand nti ma me mbo yem kakra
oh enye hwe
me mbo yem na yeko na efa happy birthday Emma belated happy birthday Emma Ebenezer Amankwa your geography tutor e was St Peter's CHS Pesco wo kwewunkwetia won ho na wo belated happy birthday to you say Ebenezer Amankwa geography tutor e was St Peter's SHS Pesco wo san so bass singer e wo the heavenly Kumasi. Belated happy birthday to you, Eben Sanso. Sanso and a happy birthday to Letitia Ajimana, who are London Abuchi. Mute happy birthday to you, Letitia Ajiman. If you was a star, of course, or any was semblance and no money in Anna say, Yamo happy birthday. Say, I will be.
Me will be, and me culture and Presby. Transa ewo ekwen so sokoban ekwen ya wo de ko kentenchin ebeti asimu trede no uduru ho bia no amane afa benkum catkista wo ho ohwefo a wo Transa Presby Maxwell Oseyawo ene na woda enti papa catkis happy birthday to you why adwuma wo ye manyankopon nyina na wada age a wo ya brante kra nenso waje nyame adwuma a wo ye enti ye man happy birthday me ne wo papa wo maame wo nuanom ne abusuafo nyina ene Kumasi district Presby asafo nyina ema catkist Maxwell Oseyawo happy birthday
Kwesi udi ye nyina so na ye mfensi na pe yemfa good morning Emma Dr. Abna Konedu Abate o hwe doc good morning
doc why the lecture doc good morning to you why
as me share me kuru bi edi no mo bobo any dey me refi no so mo bantama high street ba ko so ye designer wo ho ntechiro no beba bedi nkomo ai na omuhwe ya no papa
oh fantastic super
me na fo no na me share mo ayi washing base eno me kohoro car washing baby enti me mamu nyina good morning tie ye papa mo hwe yen so
my dog to good morning dog
e bu say na we so na ye di esi against the garden say so as we need na na ma itifo
ebraso se ye ne mukodi nkomo na ye bisa mo se de Ghana tie anopai ba bia ye de enkonwa ne ye nka ekwakosie no eye agigimakuno ya e working Tampo South mensini mu ewo Bunu East Mantam emu omanfo ewo hobu afu papa pase nioma kakra bi agya omo nso omo de kakra beka ho ne be maniji aba setene mu no abo wo mo kra omanfo ewo agigimakuno ya krono adwuma mo ye ne kese pa eye ekua adwuma na afom dwuma e working Tampo South ho omo kira nioma wo hia bie eye community no ese nioma e ha wo mo akwan ensusem nkane asem suku adan ene nioma ebeboa ma setena eniji abamu no wo mo nyina ahwere wo mo nti ene mabunu ne kura ntene kuro ne so na yensam trafo tu anamo akoho ene omanfo na kodi enkomo yenkohwe ama na efiri ho baaye yewia ebesi akire na de okofa ansam no ebaaye no yene no ono so de enkomo
aseya wie wo ke kwan we na be ya na adwo asem kakra bia wo fa na adwo obewu ka kasie bia te se tipatra bia de betwam ha bia de na ni bebo ade we so na se nye awia na obehunu na ya na adwo nko ade ha ya na me fi se oma be ye kwan ya ma ye nye sa de be da be so de da ba ko ye nti asem papa se nsuo hia ase se eto se krima obi nko obi ma enu nti na ma ye ni abra ye tu sa na mo we
ya ho kire ya pa na ya ma ho kire se school nkura ha de ne se nkura ye nya bi aye teacher madam for teacher for nyina madam for nyina ba firi ha se ye nya be na anu de kura me nkwate be se di madam for be ba ha se na ye atua ho ka ye se saa de ye ntime ye se ye ho kire ye pa kuro hia se ye ka se ye ho kire ayeboa se ye kware so nye kware se onye kura kware ne nye se de ye ni abre pa ye ni abre se o se
hwe kuro wi mu a mpo obi yere se odin obenya ka abekọ kuro mu no na ayedi kwan na nya nti yesira ban so mo babua ye na sa no man mo babua ye na ya o mai ya amaye
to mo wa ye ni network kuro ha ye kuro no so ye kwan ye doctor so ye ni doctor e wa ha o me nti yesira ban o mai doctor kuro no mo wa ye na ye kwan ye bibia o mo wa ye na e clinic no so o mo no pagya mai na ba bia ko doctor ka kuku kwan nye obedu kwan na yade foforo asan abo no di yesra ban se wo mo wa yesa no man nyina
wo na asa ko ye foforo yesre aban ya wa bai die so mo modina se obebe nanu akom sa dwa ya Derek Odro ede sa de ama sa kurkese ne aseken kransa no ofo ni nyina so ebe benefit afiri mu no eni ti na yesre sa aban ya wa bai se ontwe nani enhwe ye no meboa ye medana ase
biadie ya na rehwe ye ma yes rano omra no mekura gwa no lenya baby enton ne ma enhwe ye ma ye me wo ka kire no ano
gina hay 2016 no na me community nimbi gwa no be edidi mu homo tinki man pa me gina so me sa ye kuafo abura gwa na midi edua bayire ene banchi nyina enti gwa yi aba no ebe boa aseche kurukese man aboa ye manoma ye de wo moko school omo nsu adwuma nyina ma ye nya sika fi gwa mu ama abansa ka bi ama kure no so anya chefa wom nti ye besra ban se obaye moa sisi ameka se bayira ba nkati aba abura ba enso ye kwadwa mu a sisi ameka se nkwansa ye aburu kura kwa wonya ba bi kura mfa ngu nti se ye wo warehouse wa ha ebetima sefu aburo no abre bia ebetima ton anya sika manu wasi
eye yewura medwa retardel ki oduro na dawroma ne nam so market ye ba ha ye ba sira aban a wabai deliki oduro enye ono na botom sika Ghana man sika ena enam so ma dwumadi ye ba ha ti ye besere sa aban aba ba bia market mpempen so aduro no ye toilet wo ha ya tunsuo o matwe light e di aba aban etwam ko e di light aba aje ba ko aka ne se ye benya warehouse mi yekuani mi do aburo mi do nkate do bayere mi de bayere ba market ya aburo ba market ya
ma se bo mo mpina o ye no ba bi okona hu gim market ne de se ade ehia wo nkransa no kwa na se asikeman nyina ne se ebe hia biti se warehouse na se munchu se ni nipa eni se na aban bi aba obeye ne de na okọ na ye se amanfo mo nsam bia na mo ne so mbetima beboa kruman no anan kwansa no of na yesu yetimanya warehouse bi edi esi ho na mfa no se efa aduane ne no baya e free wo enkwansa no of betin ko sebi o the whole Ghana no betima kan se fakasi ni free kwansa no of ebiti se bayere aburo atoko watermelo into se aburo banki ne ne keka ho nyina minti modin ni na fakasi ni free kwansa no of na betin ko sebi kuma se ne takra de ne akra ani tekima nyina nti yesra aban se omra no meboyen ya nkasa so sebi o mpanyfo ne kan se obi bebu wa mo ne ho wa nkasa wo ne ho ye chen se obi bebu nti ya so ye to kan ye nsana aban a se wa bai on so mesum na on so ye den omoye na bibia nye nkoso mfaman na de ehie titiru pa ne warehouse no sebi obi de ne bayira na se buru bi gu ho na sebi yanta sebi esan se bibi dan bi ani ho ninti untimi nya no ho nti ebesere light so hia yen kese pa ye hu say amaya utwa mu ko e wa make attempt am vise light na ba so say nim ni ye say light no so enye adwuma bi e besere na aba TV so ana say mo be take minutes bi afi ha ko no e besere na ba bi a contractor no wo bi a no mo mod na so ba down na vi te bibia ko ye wano amayen srem kwansa no so
abusuafo wei ene nsem bi a empanyimfo nananom ewo brono ne so aka na yakwa homa so ma yensem twani nana kwa mekese ya okofa nsem yi ba ye no ye ne na di nkomo na ya bisa se nneoma yi a wo de kire yen eye mfikire ba bi ena ekwan ne nyesa na kuro ni mu ankasa na agigimakunu ho no nneoma tesen nana kase ma che hello na kwa me ye hwesa yensa beka yensem training nana kwa me kese ya woto nkra edi free Kintampo South edi bre yen nana no nsem a wo kandi adanse ese nneoma nhye da nkoyie ewo wo mo mpesa no eso wato aba ato nenso aban bi aba nhye da ntinani emfa nhwe wo mo bia sa nenso wo hwese de nneoma no eni so ete no a MP dada bi a wono abako edin na no mo bo se ne penso yewra woduro ne penso na obeye de oye ede ma wom de yehui nenso anu twa mu no enya de a obi a waba bi apɛ wo mo abu abi sa enioma wo beka se enioma aban wei eba ye ne de yensa besi yakoko se enioma wei yenyan ewo aban wei ebreso ama enioma nkoyie emfa ma wom asetere ne mu ayiya sabi omo atikuru kase mu kura no ena ye na matiti mu na woni e wonkuru nkuma mu na afa enioma nsan enkoyie wo behwe no na enwuma sam no a eye ohawo no a mabunu ni binom beji atomu se omo bekɔ afuo mu akodɔ na nso enioma a okɔwura mu ba wɔde beji nani kwampa obenante so kane e begina so amane dia agi nani kakra ene enioma bi a obehia nsupa na enioma saa no ni nyina no na kɔyɛ hwebuada esa na ma asetena na kɔyɛ ya ede ama wo mo eno na ma bebre no aka ntam swai se yento aba no nyoma se yemu na ya na fifiri bawo nenso kama ya sama nyofo no bebre na ni nkoso ombetimi ahwe na bibi kakra bi a wobetimi aye ede aboa no wo se wo mo etumi eye de boa ebra so se wo se tretre mpuntuo mu decentralization na wo se de kokɔ fom na ebi ka obi a asa politicians anaso se aban bi a obeba na concentrate ewo enkura kese no kese no kura nyi obi a na nya sa achefa no ni nyina akogina nkran ene enkurotu atwa ho ahia pe ya wo hwɛ regional capitals ahodo no a baabi a ebi mu nneoma egina no nyame anim no kure ni ya na enko yie kra no na me kata krade asem se be ye 6 weeks ko be 2 months ni me ko ho omo akwan takrade pa bi atwam se na takrade te nanso enei hu se nneoma aye basa aban de ne sakeka nneoma bebre a wontimi nya ye no wate ne sefri ho na akwan asese adane amana ene nso to ana eyiri e de fa omanfo e watakrade enu bia e na Kintampo South fo enso ka ho asem se wo mo nso ehia ne mmoa bi e wa aban nchen ba bia ni ho a ebekwa kosu aban na na ebesu e de akere no nti wo ye mpuntuduma no aya on factor nkron ketoa no enso emfa enka ho na entumi mmoa yakwa homa so na ye ne ensem training na kwa mekese a okofa nsem nyina ba ye no edi nkomo ye kwa ahoma so na ye ne mabunu donfrefo owo agigimakunu wo Kintampo South ebe Kintampo edi enkomo ni din a ye de amaye ye Kwesi Benjamin Ben Mache.
Hello.
Ben Mache, good morning.
Hey.
Good morning, you mate say. Na ukro ni din no agigimakunu sa de me born no. Okay. Otemenka. Hello Ben.
Hello.
Ube TV ho awada room free ho ma yen. Twe ho free ho na utie wo ho TV ni nti ama enkomo na delay kakra. Mesra udum no. Na kasa fa phone nim anaso se twe ho free ba bia TV ne wo no. E ma ye feedback wa ha.
Hello.
Fair yeah.
Hello.
asɛm abusuafo me pa cho mo hwɛ na mo raise ne back mra na mo kan kyerɛ no ma me sɛ onum ne TV no nya saa yɛ nkɔmɔ na ɛbɛyɛ hello saa obi ani hɔ a wobɛte ne yɔnko enka na ontumi me put ne message across na mpanimfo a etie hwɛ yan no pɛyi ɔmo enka bibia na ɔmo nye bibi emfanfa ho na contract da ɔmanfo ɛto aba ɛne aban ntam no social contract no ebi ayi ni onipa ne de ne ho bɔ present ne ho monto aba ma me ba meye mu sei no nipa ne nyemu gidie eto aba ne ma wo a wo ba wo se wudi wa wanum bɔhye ana wasɛm a wo kan yeso na utimi ye bibi de ma ɔmanfo no sɛ wɔde ne kokromotie ekoto aba ne ma wo na wo ba na wo yi wani woni pa ne so a na wo hye na hometie ɛsa na ye ahometesɛm ɛde ama ɔmanfo no titiriw enioma a efe nipa nkwa ene agyapade ɛho yɛhwɛ sɛ ben asan aba homa ne so a yɛne no nkasa na yɛsema kakra bi aka yi ɔmfa enioma ento hɔ ma yɛ ne ehunu sɛ de enioma n'ani so ɛmɛ sɛ yɛntumi anya no nti yɛde besi abusuafo yɛde mu besi a yɛkɔ na yɛasɔre ama PSC ladi ɛde health and lifestyle beto am so mede de Akua Asiedua mede mu nyina ase me mama kye
Yedamo say Yamamu Nache at the health or lifestyle so me din at the PSC Lati. And then anopay Yebekasa for body shaming body shaming. Na ansa na faster them one year ya homeka hit patch no. Ameka hit patch no. Yes no pain in 2025. Ukoto dwe ya ya. Usisi ya apostle no apostle. Eye plaster. Eno ansa wo why na wo de ataroso. Fichikom ha nyina no ebo papa. Fichikrom ha ebo papa homeka hit patch no dwuma edie no. Ghana ha ba bia benya bia to. Enkran Origin Chemist, Art Farmer, DM Sphere, Sap Health ubenya bi Kumase ha. Danny Farmer, Alpha Dio, Panacea Pharmacy, Kofodia Gapson Pharmacy, and Eastern Chemist, Tamale, Malarigo Pharmacy, Takradia Boko Pharmacy, and a Knock Chemist. Also here, regional distributors are very, very urgent. And to bet me a distributor, and once our friend, who per plus and even so a friend, a 0599 802 297 0599 802 297 and 0248 509 003 0248 509 003 0536 334 0536 334 ahom ka hit patch no was if feeling heat no a ball pa Kojak farmer so and a day procode 3 minutes na sha say yadwuma unya code unya kata huni mosisi wo bowa e procode 3 minutes na eye adwuma tino na ekọ mututuo no na ekọ ewa no na ekọ fom afa Kojak charcoal toothpaste no so e ma se eye very very strong se eye den pa na afa Kojak regular fluoride toothpaste eno so boawo e bo so by free kaka Kojak pin Kojak F sensitive toothpaste eno so se femfem a e be boawo pa 0531 069945 0531 069945 and 0531 07 0020 and pay yene or your model or your designer or your normal baby jack of many trades Queenie F income and everybody income and pay. Good morning Queenie. Informed to say welcome because we're trying baby boy, a new baby boy, you know what to say. I don't know. As I started to say, oh, yeah, you're still no. What to say, young girl, no. What is a student? Pa, you have a good body. Pa, then you may say, you can't body shaming. Dear.
Okay, me that's a bit pre. See, I know pay bet share her phone, a tea for a party, her phone, a tea phone. Okay, see, I can't body shaming. Basically, infant say obedi obi home fail. And I will be straight ubi. And I want kasa. Udi wo hu fe wa na wo sre wo hu. Because if you listen oni pedua na kwa bi etochima. Enko yi enti no. Wo sre wo hu na udi wo hu fe. And I will can negative comment be about your own self or somebody. To body shame. If you say me hone de so pa o. Me hone so dodo. Na yakopombo ni pa obi ahwe fefefe obi hwene sei me de ana me de tale hododo sei ana me de so sei biti so pa o ase ya man time double December head na ho so
samo
enti ana say obi me ana o pasa wo sre me na kwani wuti so papa na wo yetum papa na nka wo de toni kakre na wo de wo yetuntuntu ase bidie na stretch marks ene I wona hengitenkete papa and I will call papa those kind of comments because of you say nipa dua na yankopo design no o susu se to chima o de sre no o di ne ho fe e kan bibi saa no no all those near na because you are shaming the body
because you channel wa afronto da kwa what be da
mate
afronto da kwa afronto da kwa I say nankro hwe a tikelenkele afude twedetwe nyina mo nkrofo de saa no ma no
mate na say ye de di agro ne ye sere ene ade anybody shame no enye papa ye di agro ne ye de sere na asa ye mfa hwe ho no enye papa
ena unu say nyame bo ade ye onipa bi won so mo apart from say obi na be ye congenital abnormality bia ye onipa bi ho mo ye sonko hu na bo mu say nipa yi autistic omo features tibi so autistic for the ya no ho fepa but bi mo ho no mo ye short na ni no etimi pie pa
poche
obi ho nso a ne nsa no na mo baba obi kura nsa ye 4 obi nsa ye 3 obi ho a me refidin no e de mo bo ye be wo no na ne ti no ne kese ne shape no swa
because on some bro ni naka now these are some of the reasons why a man call for body shame obo ho environment na ye wo no e be ye wo no body shame is normal see yes 3 obi and obi ho to chima na say very normal on ko campus there is something wrong with body shame campus
some people do not
that's the first time that day if you come be there stress normal and obi so low self-esteem I mean insecurities being there you know
so listen or anybody now e man hu ni so as onye nipa mu a
enti good
any say onye he's not the
standard nipa say even say nipa so obi atie say ya ne de ne so kakra onye normal meka na e so anso a onye normal e say yes say enye say ne nko ade to na kasa ode ne ho no naturally inside no feel enti no man shame on kasa body shame ne ho ya no ka ho man body shame ne ho and na social media they be na nipa ya design ni say na design ni say na e say na say no ya man shape say na ha so I say enti ohwa and ya media some nka ho
so a standard be of beauty say nipa
ye twa to ho
ye twa to say
we meet this standard na dia na we wide am kwa nka ho these are something ya be sere pa ma wo the picture to ho ya be sere wo na wo the baby to ho ya be sere ma wa wosu
ye we picture na that so how do you explain this
now the one thing no say and they yi ne ho no ye clear at no o say
what is
too skinny enipa no catch
so found
or you too skinny and too bony whatever ye de kakra ka ho
ko nka se o ye nka se dodo
kase na wo de na why ba we say and too the e be kan kakra bi a o say too curvy
because the curves no you too much
because it's too skinny the curves kakra so you try if you finish the keto a dey bia ka ho now all curves do as the hips e tiegu as the two nyina na se nyina e tiegu what the kakra ka ho you too and then na agent wa kan bom
na dey ya kakra bolo dey no dey omle be ka on twey no obolo no ka twey no what do you mean by the twey where come from the twey
and you know na just say said what to bom kra the three nika ho enti we nyina your ways of body shaming nyina nya papa say stretch marks obi ho ka nipa no ne na astia papa ade bia woni pe nyankopon bo nipa no ayi nyina ya nya pe eso no bia ne se ne opie fi ne na yem enya pe obi ti so difference na wo ho with our physical body no enti no say wo de enti sa so be dey different na men ka ho asem e bo ha normalizing because e dey the same me we ya menyon konti no e na utidi e bi wo mo na utidi so hwe ni ya san di wata baka ho e si so kwa na wanim di asa wo skin no ye rough pa o be ne den ye kan ye gu so ye kan sa no nipa na ho kan sa atwe no de na wo so o dwe no every e bo ye nkwa bem kwa po ma me ya parent no e na wo de wo e na say ne ye kan hwe ne sa de tena so je a wo ne ade enti wo kan da ko to kwasa o ba kwa na ye so ba na kwa ye se jo kwa ye ne hwe no tian na emu complications anyo bia no koye fa no ho tototo no mo koye na ehu no tototo no pono se yes mo kasa nka ye be hu
e dan no psychologist bi by was so e basa gradually nipa no e call into the own body dysphoric disorder
some kind of mental
or no call a dream ntitambia hu se o wi ase any peduane nsombo ntitibia no matter what there must be a change
ese woto e wo form dodo e to ni be a problem okonya be so I too low to no form dodo dey be
obi obi to because obi so to bosoro obi to because obi to fall
and I say balloon
obi to because obi hips so dodo
ente
bia obi be ka ho asem
na effect ne say but who say unrealistic expectations are umbitimpo enyi bi bia na ye ka ho asem
so be wi o so be ye dey no miti social standard. Any person.
Yeah, try to hold no. Na any part try say obey miti. And oh yeah, it's difficult. Somebody buy a standard. I say obia wonye bia. I say come on can. Nipa I can once say me na me go through that. Once I me call nipa mu na say bi omo no. Sa kind of body but mo bia. Once I say me try me hu bi no. I say ferry bi wo me mu. I say me confidence but just because of that way no. Me can call I say me call I say me call. Na slow bi she bi mu any ade. Because of the Miankasa, either some Miankasa, made uniform one, I be more comfort me hunting.
So the unye nipa standard no
to me meeting no podi ya body shemu wa ya kanema say ya okon wa papa say draft na okon de na okon ten na wa hampa to me hu aha ne Togo and feudie ne raw for the ade de you be careful ho and just like you feel ashamed of yourself and you have a normal onya low self and obo ha the reason man body shaming no so low self esteem but bo so oni bi be dey omo be kan na fe dey wonya
creative
na aba and eating disorders because you can start training no and you some hwe e bia say wo tu abum why ka say do na dey ni na wo tu abum say adan nti sa dey e say me hwe dey health wise
of course
because you can say hey I mean so one maintain
for dinner for banku akese for now it's so about for your health
and just maintain body weight be na mboa health fine and they fine and there my advice say oba I think so more you do too man and say you ntino trainer maintain weight no kakata be boa with health and no different obi na there what two abom say and the difference room and say because make we say and ntino say me advice so obi na say me 2 million could be for say friends and the body no or try so be your body and your body shape na
some people don't know especially obi odo pa e body shape wa said you will see door no outro sa na yawo no intensity no etie for instance obi a won ne ukunu oyere na ukunu ka kire say yawo aye kakraka hwedo abi me fere kura sam do bako ebisi ode no bako bedwo
asam ben pa
na wo abi aye best owo ye no wo say obi wa home no changes no obi tidi pa obi wu wi a otimi ye kese pa ebi a aye time aye mre ene wo say wan so boa no obi so ho a ne kunu stress no mi say stress or cortisol, cortisol, stress hormones, and you are unable to lose weight. Stress weight gain about your friend. And one of the things, Nipo do body shame you know, deadly.
Who don't know person can want some body shaming, how we say Obacano. But so person or do. Or gaining weight to say affecting health. I don't make us affecting that. Or person can want some how be see a canon. So that be ya and yet say panel or when here and I say body shame. This is the American. I said wait no. I said I say coach a cost power. I am bored with saying this is no. I said say you know what me the work I think say you say a free aduane say the CDD no and say yes I say na can worry for a problem e cost papa I say what a problem e cost papa most of me young for in come I dey na dey nyina yes I issue somebody say me the main reason why I say them can want me because of our reforms here. We fra me say na me kunu e na me say hamia enti adrobia ma no bi da me order adrobi fi bolega yes say adro ne de wo no ma friends with this period of time o ye fro be flat o so bete ma ye me say me hu sika e kom me nya dan e na ye hu me so I hu e felisa me no say adrobi na ma no mu na ma de bia me yes me enti kan o de catch me e de na wo fa o de boa sister why na me say sis dia na me fan boa me say na me ti enti no
me say draw down no so mumie hwe ye obi ko order bi and opanko aba say utimi o fancho utimi from about 5 gig and opanko just in the morning draw na wakodo just afedi adan na twe we ya asama me carry makasam and opanko utimi be 5 gig 5 gigabyte of flatulence
so that's serious
of course say no so e so problem but what we any be on so obe lose weight we here obi endocrinologist yeah we be say obo on man thyroid it's not functioning well
yes
who adrenals yes. Oh, of course
yes
you have a problem with it
the person yeah hu here ne say ye yankopon boy no ye nyina ye nyepe and obu ho a ye de wonu bu ha ya mfa wonu bu ho a na o ye kama be accident bibi to me see na asesa na nipadua na ho bibi so wo do nipa ko na so pesa wo kan bibi kire na ho ko abefa so aka no yes ade a ebe ya menka men say obi a wo dem ne ye free pa tayo when you free na wo kana wo sore na mo ka kire no ebi pa wo kana nipa na sere wan fa le sere what a why de obaye ne ho no be mo ebaji money so what a why na odwen ho na odwen one day na fetchim de obekwa kofa say ebi a te say de me kan surgery no so to nyina no plan me ebi a me huni omo de di matamache ma menye ma memfa ho adwene what a why na kwakoye surgery bi na ho complications what if I nipa say yes me ye 100 me straight do moto hwa mo beba na aja wakwakoye body bi na yi shape no na onu ko akwakonya complications ne ade enti I mean move nipa kinipa e be kan sa pressure necessary pressure ne ade no ani asa agro asa rough asa den no na one thing I want to talk about ne say in all this no so be men so be body shame ti say amaye hodey because you have no control ye kan want to stop obi say manipa na your rough kan den obi be obi so be say that dey asrewa mo osu obesrewa mo obeku ho and I was saying obi so handle me ebi aye besre o da ho o ndwene ho 1 minute ebi aye besre so ejisa ehuru and so me dey wo sre me pe no me wu na my yes so ma na me hu dey me ho na affect me entire life today na wo be ye sa negative comment na e ba no fa than no yet no positive.
How do you do that?
Enti ever say woni na say apotopotwe ya woni padua no woni na ehuru dia aka de ntino mo fa ehuru say dia aka na ya okay dia aka na ya fine ta de ntino say uti so wonsa so say but woni nkwa na de huru
obi kra to so ka kire say wo ho nya fe na so what to universal set mu prep
ono no so wo ho nya fe ono na oka so we nya hwehwe mu asana nyankopɔ de bant nyankopɔ no a ɔno nim wiase mu nyansa nyina kuta no awa boni papa o se no ho nya fe wona obedi fine ahofe na ma no enti I mean negative comments than fire positive one cause I love yourself so much who say I am enough I am so beautiful I am okay that's what they are saying but it's not true me hone so sana nyankopɔ de ama me na efe in its own way and you bia na nya me na who say nyankwa na hone ne so say ketwa nya nkwa na ye ketwa ye tafa nya nkwa na ye tafa mo ye bebre kwa nti mo so sa nkofo na mo nyina ho ye tafa na mo nyina omo ho efe omo nyina mo ti so mo nyina mo ho efe na fa ye no positive na who say aside wo hwe na ye say so no other part of your body no efe nti na ye nka ho asem no come e bia wo skin e bia wo konhwetwa e bia wo t-shape nefe ara na mo nka ho asem nti focus on the akana ye kama no na ja ba kopa na mienu no mo ka ho asema yi craft wo adwum nti me mane nko mu don't take it too personal mo ka na pe baby what try now they go as you now focus on other things say woni pedua focus on the good part and you my positive for what you see no so na mboa na ha wa adwene say me nko mu and I feel so wo na say ahawa try to find ways to release stress. If I say how I can watch the most of the time find a way for ABR meditation, ABR those kind of yoga, the exercise, try ye now release we say no. And in extreme cases, no move to interact. Extreme na say ABR affect your kind on ABR when affect so dada. Aya dada. Utumu say wo hia therapist that's one sometimes your health or yam cow and now baby cow ye dey me kai ko hospital na me kwai diagnose man kwahwehwe me hu dey me na so mental no dey mental health no aya e dey sin chen ye nshada mfa anye we say nti ye ntu ho anamo ye hwe na high dada me ntu ho anamo
ye nko hospital na no konfa no twefo by was so health clinic health post bi anwa say hospital say clinic say ye obenya psychologist wo na a obeboa na bibia akoso na one thing so no say me say wonua na me na ka chan say me ho pose o kire me say me bibi nya fa I think so genuinely am wo ma wo no esufian ti awofo a modi mu matam nyem kwada na nyina na omoto asem gu obi ho no ma wonyini a edi na adwene mu dam say me na wo me say me na me wo say your reverse case na me na me wo na de wo ho a enyemu a medidi watam a I think say you will not be happy but when I wo me na sa de no aba e be kura aduane a wani ni ya na aduane bi a wodi akofa deformity abrem nti enwawofo a ye de ye ma deformity di won matam
di atam
ya ye hwe ni ye pa e be yi odo every hono ye ko kwini What do contact better Jana be a or your modelless? Eh, you can't say model. Designer.
And all they are coming home. It's yes, your palma dear, yeah, accessories, yeah, basically fashion tips advice. Oh, yeah, oh, worry, person says you home, yeah, rentals near there. And see number no, 0240
0240
222
222
811
811
0240
0240
222
222
811
811.
Number some chia nipa ba could be nano pay. Doctor.
Okay.
Dr. Boy, or Living Waters Hospital.
All right.
And me shall be brave.
Okay. And your husband is waiting. So Nyankopo Israel husband for your support. Yes, Yehuan can hopa. Bidi at the PSC lad in the Queenie F income. Queenie, many thanks for coming. Yeah, change over. We move over. Kwesi Park, I was me take it over. No, the more cross over. Ina deserve a OBT agenda. Encantado. Adios.
fo me mu bedin kita ho kakra fie ben wotwe atwam yi ana abato amodoma na na adodan kwakufu ado ma ya kwanya ma ibidi omen so sabre no mu omampani na na adodan kwakufu ado ma makwanya ama me begina mu ma amfo a wobosomtwe enu achi no me sign ebeye deputy minister of education achi me sa ebeye minister for education nam sa kwanya yi so adwuma me yeye e wo mo anim mo nyina mo di ho adanse na nei de ma kono ye me fe ene se bia me nam bia bihia mo a bitimi ba ho be ka kire se Dr. Duchum ye da wase ene adwuma pa wo ye ma omen me nso me da mo ase o pepa mo nya ene mpa bo boye e de time achi ma madwuma ye no nso ebe so mo ani me da mo ase pa nyame eyisra mo abrabo mu nyina ade ba akọ me hu se nyame e mama kwanya se me mesom esom no e de me kopie abrochimemu o ma e frɛ no America ana California ko California nyame ye madom e ma obibini me ko bie school sakese be me nsa wo ho e de som America man enche pi America emrase bedwom e bo mabaso e ma mamo e wodwuma me koye wo ho be mfie aduonu a atwamu yi enam sa kwanya no so eno mampani samre no onye ni mampani na na dan kwakufu ado be pie ho be hu madwuma ne hu dwuri no ka kire me se krache bragana na be boa me na mensesa emumesuam me ba yen so de osie ye woyo osomchefo ada Roma omoto abama me amekomra se bedwam ibedi oman enumesua anim ewo mfie na atwam ema itimi ye adwumaden ye bi ese be ma be ye bi na wa meye ni nyina emre ba na emre twam na sabre ye party ye nhihye anyame ya dom a enche pi ombe bi ekwan ato ho ama wo apeso otu franka wakofa krata na odudin akoka ho ami ato so aba emre nudu a moada Roma mepese mejina bi na me nso makotu sa franka yi edi ama me party na se me dim kwanimu a mabeye omampani ama mu nyina na mujidi amunya omimu ama me co education ministry me beye minister amobo abaso e wo monten so no minim se sagidie no e na delegates ene wo ma Kenya ne Ghana fo nyina mo beta abachi na sagidie no ene nam so e mema daachi moada Roma betimi edi oman ni me eden sesan esronko a e wo abruchimemu no yedi bia baha na yetimi ehu se yenso isi mu achede nenso nkachi oman fapim efri omampani odi kan pe so bedru sa bre no ye ba betroa so na oman dachi ebe yefe medam ase nyame nshira
so YOA yaw Osei Educhum doctor, former minister education and NP currently bosomtwe ebusafo on the video na mo share ye it's what TSM, so the likes of Brian Champon, the likes of Kennedy in Japan, the likes of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Educhum, a year Boache Jakon, and Koble Japan. So far, these are the names I ate. So we now ever contested for the NPP presidential primaries. I mean, yeah, dumb. That's on June 31 date in the year Jumadia. These men will be on the ballots for the delegate to decide why anybody party into the 2028 elections. Of course, they do the moment now. And then pay. We spend some time and talk about next for a decision now. Of course, so the last 2 days, and in seminar Dawson, I think there are varied opinions on the matter. A unanimous decision. A majority. A people vehemently opposing. Then they so on the public form of transit. They can't a year in 70 now. Then again, John Mahama, the president, was on the baby. This matter somewhere in about 5 years ago, 2019, 2020, and this morning I'll play an interview. My name John Mahama. Me fear that an interview with John Mahama on that matter because the election of MMDCs. Obeka Akufo by former president Sanka yenye a referendum nanka Ghana for indecide say yeah, MMDCs, you know, but Thomas Swaba. And I said the president should continue to appoint them. I mean, say, consensus and Juma. And yeah, abrogate and I say, the terminate the process. You know. John Mahama, I'm a hint, say, the next batch of MMDCs may likely to be elected. It's who DC, who MC, who mayor, who betono swaba. It's something you are ready to do. And I say it's something you think that the president should still have the powers and authority to do that. And now the paper for transy, and you become wasem, and now the pay for once again, I'm winning up cover the boy party. So we made your OBT agenda meeting at the Kwesi Parker Wilson as usual. And then Thursday morning, and our guests are already seated. Professor Charles Marfo, or your Provost, College of Humanities and Social Sciences, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, or Waha and the other pay. Prof. Akwaba.
Okay.
About job Okodia. Dr. Eric Bimpong, Political and Economic Policy Analyst, or Waha and other pay. Doc Akwaba. About job Okodia. What we share another pay there and and I'm happy when they give us the feedback on every Thursday. Mom will frame me. Mom will send messages. In fact, Prof. and they know talk or takradi, and people were talking about the show on Thursdays. And you know, we do what dance here. Dog do what dance here. You do what dance here. You know, more from pen and paper. Nothing. Yansa and they are junior. But most of them be at to mutim. Na muko baby, muko market, muko trotro station. Na most so much me can be that Ghana for. I'm a Ghana. Etumpong. Ghana ye diana na ye na anope answer na be conversation also no BC for example me for the I think this is the first time BC for example from Wednesday to Wednesday. Yeah. It's the first time, right? Yeah, because remember time now Monday to Friday. Hey, I'm surprised that busy on Wednesday midweek pie busy anyway. Yeah, my inquiring in ano ya mom congrats on my idea. They've gone through the process. Yeah, bomb pie some be pass come now. Whether Bako or Darcy, and now I can't be a teacher for me. No, I'm a teacher for at the university level. Probably who go through the secondary school and that. So I said that's the process. That is the process. And that's how we to me fee shoot to the university.
Oh, Debbie. Oh, yes, I probably sorry, mature student.
Oh, mature student. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That's fine. It's you know, a teacher for me. No, but your video that you did, Mom, is it there? BC lady na ha but your mama
the best it me try bibi aye kama and thanks to the invigilators almost so boy the entimi obi so mo so ka nti exams no na enhye danya de but you try your best it me try bibi aye kama and thanks to the invigilators almost so boy the entimi obi so mo so ka nti exams no na enhye danya de but you try your best it me try bibi aye kama and thanks to the invigilators almost so boy the entimi obi so mo so ka nti exams no na enhye danya de but you try your best it me try bibi aye kama and thanks to the anopay
on behalf of this young girl.
Don't say teacher for your code of conduct.
Right.
And your code of ethics. You used to the child. Under normal circumstances, no examination of that nature, no teacher ni crowd cocra a mobile phone or home. Also declare mass supervisor.
Yeah.
Who declare mass supervisor? Now supervisor after paper no abeti. Eti asemo akrai kan no me de ha me kakra wo mu ne say ye nuama teacher for no ya na ebi mo feel say the time of BC, a cocoa season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can tell you for a fact that
and
near me be a cocosono.
Jim Kraniska.
Me say near me be a cocosono.
It's a saying, so Jim Kraniska.
Me say near me a coso examination centers, no. A bina a cranate who actually, no.
Tom Jones on my throne.
Me say near me because of Kwesi, in fact, as someone's a man. And near me because of examination center.
Right.
Now, a crana pony home crabby. Tino Ocean, Mr. Status, I catch say, teachers should listen to the girl.
Yeah.
Not a caution, I'm my teachers. No. Prof, me much throughout the primary, JHS, secondary, and then the university. Even at the university level, no. You may think, say, students no more matured. Could play game big a crab, be na free student, and some of the brosono. Prof, ni na me control. We na kwata because into women away investing, no. How much more BC? Invest in the crowd, no, at the say, na BC for.
So you could be selling a sank one come.
Kwesi mami ma scenario bi. Teacher ni full say there kwana your wasi.
Okay.
Full say there was a little bit misunderstanding English question bim. And our friend young teacher ni our English say that question is sin and cradeka. The teacher because Debbie say that here question and no be teaching much no koye. And kwano betro paper the next day no day for no omuti trotro and omubo teacher ni this and Mr. so and why then English nka you deviate on a free English teacher the buy no be church much na yin na ye tias ye na troye. According to any paranote trotro no so teacher ni another sister school and no nim teacher ni no friends and no the obo adwumo na onkra ne da wase trotro hwe ba bia ekopie enti yes ko invigilate ya the rules and regulations na ma to say apply rules and regulations. Say akra no center no moto exams no we implicate o munyina
oh yeah no as one can ya
itu e teacher ni ade meka kakra ne say yesre wo mo psychology na ye kire no o mo apply.
I see
o mo apply kakra na akra no mo deal no they don't know them.
I see. My prof so quickly on this one. See, prof, I mean, sometimes I am a teacher for no, so no, I will for no. To be free teacher for be. So me banya se me see on one no. And we live in a society where, I mean, you me home. The ebia me teacher ni, and I said me ba now on contractors na doc here invigilator. My friend doc so doc, never never you. Na go one kakra ma me na so all some of these pressures I had teacher for no. So ebi no so valid. Emotion say na people complain to me. Say teacher for be cry, ejiska e won cry no. So be chọ mo na abiade. Why any Ministry of Education in pen for mo hwesa na mo yin na so. Then no meet my sister na mo yin kwa.
Paka me da se bi me chiati for so no pen. Paka am say don't bet me ya teacher for
me.
The teacher for bit me
and pen for.
There are rules and regulations.
Right.
You follow it through. Nothing more, nothing less.
Okay.
What can YX do? YX can do. You see, maybe if you say the rational thinking be.
Right.
And don't you know that? Maybe I will be a running rules here, rules and regulations here. So the one, the paper there. And don't you know? The business say, there's a YX, they say, man, I'm the here, so teacher need to form one. There's some money here.
Okay.
So I say, there should be example for people to follow. Now we know so they not Dr.
I mean.
Akwala, of course, I don't fault her so much because, of course, I'm because Sunday speaker, I catch them to be at the amount of dance. Sunday today,
of course,
penny at the amount of dance. So, in the true intentions of this student,
no, that's
he's not incriminating anybody.
Yeah, no, that's it.
On the Adoma, if you are the man, or that's it. 8 year what? Remember, anything I call jurisdictions, yeah, and Kwala. Evidence in the agro.
Okay.
So America no more about could be a school no draw picture no children as an man could touch you no or the chair of pastor teachers we are not to be my mini paper penny no the church no say but how can you draw this picture no so there a test fee in fact why wall or draw one of the point is point in there also
book to what's in him.
One teacher in the free police, and that picture sent the woman to prison.
Oh, okay.
That tells you the enormity of evidence of children. Into Aqualano, some now can I want to I hope say we could national my uncle picture teacher school don't go on for any zone.
Yeah, because number is out.
A widespread. A 7 worker. And who can say why can you do in America? Why should set up? Why system you know? And that is why some of us are calling say there should be even alternative examination bodies.
Okay. Like some monopoly na why call no. You give from themselves.
And look again some serious jurisdictions where then instead of this employer to say they're okay, a subject to this 1 week, if you ask me, very unfortunate situation we put them through.
Oh, is that why
I mean they are kids, and for me to put them through like this year Wednesday to Wednesday, not manager at least they got Saturday and Sunday off to rest.
Yeah.
Yes, the education and so and in some serious jurisdictions, they use continuous assessment.
Yeah.
And the Aqualani no from train, almost from class 1, the way he's progressing in science, this. They know the school to send him. Except say I had one a bed, but okay, so we why are you know? What did the 2 hours now? Women I'm finding a young premier, but see a young as a man, I dare to ma. And so, yeah, the be a dingle feminine. I don't, in fact, I really don't think say the best way of assessing any student is examination.
Oh, I see.
I really don't believe so.
The best way to assess any student is examination. So, what would be the best way to assess a student?
One of them now.
So, continuous assessment. Okay.
And again, observation.
And
again, practical. You can talk about their practical ability, their orientation towards, toward that. A collaboration, that I'm a video be a collaboration. If you can, my say patient. Maybe our Ekramana or Eduma or one funny or anything. Oh, basically, who's there? That is basically where the child is going. So, in a country of observation, America, Finland,
Finland,
they will just follow through with the child. Of course, okay, because so higher dose because so number is over something thousand. But I believe if we start from beginning, not continuous assessment. The jurisdiction be mono. Teacher will be faculty class 1. Or then be class 6. Teacher will be from 1. Or then be from 3. In other words, they want to, these are all things we should
it's in reference to this video, CC. What can, but then the question is, it's a school center, na doctor can. In relation to omit accept.
Oh yes,
if they want to investigate, omit accept.
But it will be unfortunate for anybody to pursue them.
Yeah. Oh really?
Because I'm not there. Oh yes, so for baby, cry.
Or funny action.
And I say, or before the name pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
What you say? Now the name pass and you know, and I'm young guys. Then I'm pass. I could
see some of you before.
That's the point.
Yeah.
The point I want to make is that when nobody it's widespread.
Yeah.
I mean, it will be hypocritical on the part of anybody who will suggest to me that Ghana, this is the only case yet. It's still the there is a student that told us to say now okay, school. Omo ya so boji this can only ma me this can be. No ka chom say on ya bin to that. And then to omo chere ada no. Omo ya say omo mani ntie. That's what you mean. These are the things we hear.
I see.
And you know, Baka, they will do very well by finding solutions that to go after
the teachers, you know. Okay.
And why could we ask?
It's here, okay, Mate. You agree with the monopoly say engine free why for so?
And there, Obia when me bia market education was in bia, me say a long overdue.
Oh, okay.
A long overdue.
I see.
Because as someone now prof can say a widespread no, and American. We offers we know child or secondary school binti. Or more ebe exams no how many invigilate. Inti omo invigilation we dey see dey on nkra ntemasem. Ti ya admissions ni we no. Akra no aba school mu ho. Eno be hu say sa teacher no say akra no ochira dey. Say nkra dey omo ochira omo ni.
And I dama no say I dama no.
Ti oba aye no. Ena okochia me offers no. Was say was the former new about any social. Say, was now any more here. Say, referee, Minana, your bears, I'm saying, I'm a way in the mountain. Say, Tiona, come from Mukonoha. I don't just all. It is Omoy at the see. Come from Konoha. That man, a coy. To obey fear of frame. Offer, as my dear can nedia. Nede mu gwa se amaje eti enema ekoso eti ye nyina ye moa na ka ye hu enkra no the true picture of yema no na ye nyai se yemfa we nkosha ha yemfa we nkosha ha no education ye nia ye ka hu bi na ye se no
James for in Penifona Kasa and prof makes us understand say any examination when every team they assess a student in that teacher for us no doc say muso hwe mo yi akwan ba on hwia de a obetimi pass when hwia de a on timi pass me no be catch me say this member school need but omoje 150 Ghana cedis for each student. Yeah. 150 Ghana cedis.
Imagine say
yes,
50
students. Parents are not on TRC. So you have to call the school and say 150 na moji the ID. So about himself say we say miss with that. We say miss. Well, nigga got the pa. The teacher for no. Other dog can mu say busy mukoko season the cinema. Munjai sadie. Na because in krano o choma die bi. Sadly, you are teaching them how to cheat in society, like Omunino, or faculty coin so, and find achieve success, and also the bois or my beer. It's a dear to be see enough for your coin. Now, I'll pay one of the biggest conversation a year, NPP, and of course, and that John Mahama, who share MMDC for Nina and John to when you say, will be uncle Fale, the assets, or go declare the assets, while I obey you, but the Muhono Chem we say, oh, Mama, lucky, but the next batch of MMDC, you know. Ebiana yiyom as in ye elect yom ya to so aba it no wa wo asokwa wa wo kwabre wa wo atwemampon wa wo koleklote e won kan wa wo saima e wo sekendi sawo DC na so MC you know obeto no so aba is this something you want and I say omanpenins uncross our powers no to a point. About 5 years ago, I had the opportunity to speak to John Mahama, not a former president, and not a president, on this matter. Why at the time, no, on the Akufado, Omar Janko Benkro, as to the election of MMDCs at the time, you know. Then we do it by a bar, but for better, my also. Then we do it.
Constitutional Review and the Constitutional Implementation Committee. And so I gave them a brief on the Fiajo Committee and everything that was discussed there. And the Fiajo Committee recommendation was that the President would nominate nominate 5 people, and the Public Service Commission will shortlist 3 of them, and 3 of them will be presented to the electorate to elect who they want as their DC. That was the recommendation that was given, and I felt more inclined towards that. But I must concede that President Akua and President Akua at the time were more for political parties participating in the nomination of the DC.
So he was in the country when he said that there was consensus between yourself.
He said he came away believing that we had achieved consensus. We achieved consensus on some issues to do with welfare, on some issues to do with the creation of new regions, but on the issue of election of MMDCs, we did not achieve consensus.
For you as a president, perhaps, I mean, if you were the president, would you have withdrawn the referendum, looking at that detention by the opposition party?
I mean, definitely. The president said it. He said, I mean, there was no consensus. And normally for an issue such as the amendment of the national constitution, you want to make sure that you carry everybody along. And so a section of the nation, and a significant section, and the point is, I think it was unfortunate that he accused the NDC of hypocrisy. That was wrong. No, I think if you ask Ghanaians, when the Constitutional Review Committee went round, Ghanaians overwhelmingly were for election of DCs, but they were not for political participation in local government. That's the difference we need to make. And so on the election of DCs, if you look in the MPP Constitution, it says that the MPP will facilitate the direct election of DCs. If you look in the NDC Constitution, it says the same thing, that the NDC will go for election of DC. So on that issue, we have a consensus that DC should be elected. The difference is whether political parties should participate in the process. That's the difference.
And what do you believe, sir? What do you
No, I believe we should elect DCs, but I don't believe
on partisan lines.
Not on partisan lines. We made that clear. We said no.
It's then former president, now President John Mahama, was in the position. Or catcher at the time said, former President Kufuor and then President Akufo at the time. Only 92 to say Tom Swaba. But I will say Tom Swaba on the ticket of a party, MPP and NDC. One at the time disagree. That was where there was a point of departure. On no number be and former President Kufuor and then from former President Akufo also and number be. And our president still maintain the same position, say. I will say you're Tom Swaba, but not on partisan line. I'm not from the Yadwini. Prof, let me start with you. It's the argument is that you know YouTube say yen Tom Swaba. Abana yeton yen on partisan lines and now say yen on non-partisan lines.
Paka, the party partisan politics at the national level, you infogina you catch right. Infogina you catch infogina fana. Me say me mum dey benefit.
Okay.
Fair nyame fair say ekoswa chiche mu. Party say politicians na tina santi mu no so e dey ye bi omo ese omo dey. Na so ba district chief executive say dey you draw your border. I say na koye me friend say me person me catch say president and parliamentarians in national elections. I'm afraid no local elections.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, it's a local assembly. I kind of local election.
The local elections, you know, me person science to a one national level no. Me pa local. Say the partisan near na the was road. Say, aka me nim di me kakra me hunu no. Say the ba for mo. One prayer if you be courage to.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes. The wheels. I appoint yourself. No. Say, you who I obi onu amanu kumpo say what in fact, you see them not as opponent, but as what? Enemies. So I think it's a me obi no we cry say what they cry call so the bush of women MPP for in the NDC for in the sir the man me minister say the befi intermediate no so we to say there should be elections because said the abandon bar or choose no that we are say they can put sometimes to put square peg in a run home.
Yeah.
Just a boy party, you know. Yes, you paid money, you know. This is was negative. The mom free say. Yeah, they two Nanka. Because, that we are making a change of say, Paka, me cool school, and I in cool school. Right from class 1, you do form for BSP.
Yeah.
I just said, among ourselves,
we see some traits.
We see traits. And so, my free say, see, Jama community now. To the extent, say, community no cry, to die him for. And so, district, I saw for her, I come home, and for her, I come home. If I come for, I come home. In other words, you're from opinion, they come to form something like opinion, a bunch of opinion leaders. Maybe I'm making a comment. Me ni say about to next year, ma, obi or team jam obi or voters ID card we have to be.
Oh.
I don't really believe so.
Oh, then, but if you within your district there or your assembly there, you have to
end up becoming the politicians will infiltrate.
Yeah.
I think we should have something like electoral college.
Yeah.
Oh, the local assembly.
In
Biana or
national elections I have to you. When you say saying
national elections,
I never believe
for the presidency.
Oh yes, because in Gofubio, what to know what to try with.
Of course, I mean, a democracy.
See?
Exactly, but that's the point. One vote, one vote.
Times of democracy. And so, China is called the People's Republic, Democratic Republic of China. Are you saying they don't have democracy? They have a kind of democracy and they've been successful. They are doing very well. Now we are all going there to get loans. They are doing something right.
Yeah.
And I'm professing the same thing. Yes, we should get a crop of people and the society believe in them.
Not be discriminatory against human rights. I mean,
life has always been
human rights.
Life has always been discriminatory. Yeah. Except that it is a subtle one.
Wow.
Life has always been discriminatory. Until now, you know, Obama, you good at being so you go to the assistant meaning so. Papa na who knows who did you job was a man called
of course, on the back home.
But the fact of the matter is that even scientifically, you think and Kuala here now. Their formative years.
That's true.
Have you thought about that? It's discriminatory. In fact, it's discriminatory in the sense that it is your responsibility as the head of the family. So back home, Kuala until I back some point, say, Kuala he acquires it. Open you lose you learn it. There's a clear difference between learning and acquisition. And so discrimination has always been there.
I see.
I'm just saying that there is positive discrimination. And this one should be one. Ujama Dudwana, see a matrabana, in fact, I say Montamuha, Kajiti County. Oh, that's Professor Gabigaswa. But your business leaders around this place, they know what this place wants.
Yeah.
They should form the core
the electoral college
of these people that are going to get this chief executive for us. And when they elect you, in fact, you are shaky.
Yeah.
Because you know the strength, you know the force, you know the substance of the people that brought you to power. So I don't think even when it comes to voting, you're going to like
But you see, the Bakuna was from the assemblyman for them. Yeah, in any constitution saying partisan.
Yes.
But Prof,
it is.
You and I know.
I know that.
Say partisan. So why are we deceiving ourselves? It's like a non-partisan, but still now there will be a way I'll say you're a partisan. A bear partisan. It's not the preco.
Look at the
with assembly one and your partisan.
Look at the council. Did you check the council of state one?
Exactly. Council of state is here.
But you see, there's at the council of state one, there's semblance of what I'm talking about.
Yeah, the electoral college, you know.
The people that go and vote are normally people of substance.
Yeah.
In fact, the council of state, the people then I cry a 2 months back on, a cheer, a go for you, a no time mood. So I say. The same way the Americans a community to assemblyman. It could be a young graduate of University. But that's what my community minimum esoma wasom nenu de obetimi ayenti no these powerful men can say you better na chi amena
DC yana say MC
because I think it will be one of the ways of actually consolidating our so-called democracy. Because you see, you jam will be a to be in America. Okay? Yeah. Oh, and now can you company so discriminate and that's what money pan as a day. But in America in the community, there are people who we classify them in a certain manner. We all know.
I see.
No, because the American no, about to
so we don't want my
oh yeah.
Say on non-partisan lines.
On non-partisan
lines. And you say MPP and CPP.
No.
We don't want my argument on this matter.
In order to say about home ban, we say about home ban there.
A step further, but the electoral college.
Otherwise, so it will still be
MPP and DC matter. Doc, Prof. Akasa. And Obia sending messages. He disagrees with Prof. Say you're electoral college. You know, you no be to be. For you, first of all, when you join my yard, you say you're non-partisan, and I say Akufado at the time. The reason that Akufado or cancel referendum, they say, and this is for not going on support, you know, for the referendum to be possible, no, not almost non-partisan, or also call for partisan. That was an moment to say, yeah, we came. So we are back to the same point. Open a partisan and a non-partisan. We all agree say Tom Swaba. But in MPP and DC, and I say Jam will be uncontested.
Kwesi. Sorry. What is the concept of the decentralization?
Bringing development closer to the people.
Okay. You and I you know, even a Jumamuha, unim obi wa hanoma. Se ka se organize bibia with immediate effect. Obitima organize.
Right.
You will be hanoma over 10 years with your organization. So doesn't mean say me can say me sa partisan no e mo Ghana in any way. But send a prof kan no a dividing sharp division.
The price you pay for democracy.
The price you pay for democracy. But in omo de democracy no kra ba ye no. Me na na be say democracy omo de ba ye no. Omo they have electoral college. Omo de ba ye no. Dodo no abeto ababa nya dodo no aba na ye hwe. Ba ye won kofobia o se hwe mo de. Hwe Kwesi yetimi koyi obi as DC ana MC. And that district now, or MC, and that DC, not on 3 horses, man, squad.
Yeah.
The person doesn't understand the problems within the district or the municipal.
See dynamics now,
what do I say? I listen to this guy, Credit can come.
I don't know. We know.
Yeah. Omu interview, no.
Yeah.
Or come Mampono.
Yeah.
Or no, come on, could I say? Because of say now on your indigenous or call hunting when your challenges. Eti yen na ye nim say your uncle phobi wo yen kuro mu yen kura ase a o matu omu ho asi wo say kuro no bekoso nkoso adwumanti no mu ho ye o sankofo no ho sankofo ne hia o mu so mbe lead enye politicians. Because politicians, they end up say, even Sikakra yet to me, Agadano, they squander them.
No, but at the end of the day, no. Still, now budget be free central government in about.
Budget beba, but a Kwesi.
So they can still be
influenced.
They can still be influenced at the local level.
Listen, dear my yen to me can be say no. And they say budget bar, a free national bar. Any IGF umbenya no hono no revenue umbe yano who are they accountable to?
Some auditors oh some assembly auditors
there be me say at the urefi auditor general a report assemblies and some mudi urefi say tricycle ekoku baby
yeah
A tricycle back na etimi to jeep.
I think tamale there.
You see?
I think
so. Say ye ma ye nia ye ho kwan say even at all say ye nyina say the prof ka no. Na ye wo opinion leaders bi wo ho. Na omu ne ebeto aba yi ye nyina no ye fa ho ani kotai opinion leaders no achi. And no they will be accountable to us more than say ye pointing and say ye be the political party. Yes sir. Sharp division no na e ko form ho. Kwesi, we are sick and tired of these politicians.
No, but Doc, I don't make catch up for.
We are sick and tired of them.
But is it one MPP and NDC, no matter what you do, they will still infiltrate the system.
No.
Yeah, but you're to assembly election year. MPP say, oh, we have 70%. NDC say, we have 80%. On what basis are they saying we have 80%? Because they know that the people are there. So they will still fill their own non-partisan line. You are deceiving them. You do your own trouble. You do your own trouble.
Concept we na ye can different from the assemblyman concept.
But about talk we
there be about you nim say about but share say in case say you form electoral college cry no so they say she nipa no an ye de omu ba ebe mu no prof my example be say kejetia around edum here
the businessmen no
businessmen omo edum ha no so they say mabeje shop 10 billion.
Yeah.
So they say, Miniama go shop muna obi di yema babi sisi abonte na ono ton me miniama no abi. O they say, to put a sank of 4 way mu no, say ye wo mu say, mu e na say no ye hwe monim, say munyi obi a obedai obedi animu a, e di pepepe yo ebeba. Omba preso amankofo atonton niema wo kwan ho sa.
Sit in the street.
No. It will happen. So as a matter of fact, say you were strong opinion leaders. E wo honoma. Kwesi ebeboa.
I see.
Ebeboa in the sense say you can say yes abe no MPP NDC ni dia eni anka omunye ni say ya no mu appoint omu.
So do I get the sense that somewhere 2019 2020 Ekufado or Abugeti and Anya there?
Oh, me na me dey say first say or withdraw. Why? Because me na me ne nya adwen wo partisan no. It will withdraw na me dey pa obi a onimu bia nim say or withdraw no many je. Why? Because sub partisan things it's time we need to do away with it. Na ye ni ehwe komina uti ase na ye hu kwa be fa so e be boa. Na dem yi everyone say municipal me free. Ye go fa obi free baby na o be MC 8 years. Ye to ba wi away. Oni ho wadwane ko okwatena brochire. I don't think I want to on free ho. Obetena ho be kire ade.
Oh, okay.
Obi oni mi bia ni pa kura me boni din.
He understands the council.
What do you say?
But be environmental
sit down the chrome no kosi no.
Oh,
what are you telling me? Huh? And now you see a tempente go say you be boss sin wo. A friend say you chrome. Sit down the chrome no kosi no. So they say. It is a kasata men you wanu ye de kasa kasa di pano obakura no ye ntoma no so they say
yeah
ye ntoma no.
I get your point. Prof Isaac Bombisi Mbisa say we say you better talk to national elections in the be which category of people are you referring to say more mun to be no?
Oh, amanga say go bia make I
say you bia or say even the presidency na you be kind of so
no that's not my mouth. Or maybe to say China. You're to national election, you'll be able to be people that
it's in Ghana. No, how many to the Monto? That's the question.
In this idea, intimate to see how they've been to me, we've got to be an open to
okay.
But I mean, say, judicial reason, members of parliament employee here, you people from certain sectors of the economy, account, until you give your AGI.
Okay, no more you back. GMA.
That tells you because they think there are blocks in the nation. Their participation in the democracy would actually enhance it.
Yeah.
So So say no, minimum be all chimafa or campaign, no catch us munifa. But the American to say, see a person is to Yaba. Yeah, people like Paka Odo Otaya interview. Only needing to move, put us at the end of on TV. Yantiana go for demonstration. I will be the number didn't go say on the no one. Any idea in the Sakwa. The two about or two so to be. On them quite the placard shared is no now. Watch it. When you didn't to cry or demonstration. The actual placard the Sukra. Into a example, there are people that do not even know the things around them. Yeah. Things around them. I want to share. And that is what I'm talking about. I see. There is a reason why Constitution can say this will be the 18. With sound mind. With sound mind. Sound mind. Sound mind. Sound mind. Sound mind, you know. In a jurisdiction like ours, how do you determine sound mind? Until you know free. But engineer, you say at least responsibility. You can take. You be responsible for yourself. Some for an American. Until many so one to me, but the point of the matter is that I seriously don't believe en masse. Things we do en masse. You ain't got to talk about it. I really have a problem with that. Not with disrespect to anybody, group of people or an individual. Right. You know. Right. There was another pay there. Which a doc, which a prof. Only in an mampenia Jenny say, young twabano, but not on partisan. My uncle share MBB t-shirt, NDT t-shirt for a campaign derby. And they make very interesting point. And for the first time, I make a different debate on from the normal ones and say even there should be an electoral college. It because Sophie will hold Juma. It because Imam will be and say, no, this is Imam or you're super. Yes. It can be your DC, it can be your MC. Would you too? And I'm to be a full lunch now. They enjoy the conversation. And more will be something before then. Time on a come 7 well. Time on us so. Prof Dokwaha, MPP. In fact, there's some not dorsal, and some not dorsal. And then Kabebri, Meshas or Docoso. Doc, we didn't Rebecca can say that you was some sa because when you're party, but you percent BP better opposition party. Exactly. So that be your me and my government, it's immediate and I so I you was a 7 year fata magana mind. Now, what it is about going to elect a candidate before one of the constituency officers, regional officers, and national officers. Where is the position on this one? Because if you say, if you say, in Tokaba party, even after the 2024 election, and the conversation of campaign in Chabaumia, and the Bamian for year campaign, yes, I could be him. So, I can't send some adults or party them. So, if they do this, it is not now the brass. What you do? Kwesi? Neck ushia. Right. Na mpanyufo etitiru. Na Akua Asiedua. Na omufo say de bebo omo party no. Eno no. Adwenkyere na omachire. Ene wi aso so kire wadwen wi a. Na yeso yetete ho. Ekabi. Me and condemn me or my drink channel outright. Okay. Because per my explanation on what they are bad. Me tea Justin Kodia. Say based on that explanation, say when you know I want to ye do bedi over to Frank Antemoa to be chat. The Honoman Quad said dear Justin Kodia can no quan original so there. Now other factors being what determining factors being what they are, I'll bet to differ with him. Oh, you differ? Yeah. I see. I differ with him in the sense that has not been the core mandate and then the characteristics of MPP as a party. MPP is a true Democrat party. And they believe from the bottom to the top approach. So are they circumventing what they believe in? Sana isi omoye no ana. And then who told you say ye
flag bearer area eniema be kofom
and say after election campaign
na so num say after election kra no na abudwo animu a dia na e wo fom no ayi se bola suja adere wo fom ehu kra che bibia
below in fire
so just say etimidie senka wo mu betima ye hu bibia so mza fe no mo ko delegates conference so mbetumi aye hu bibia na wo betima ye ntema bitmete so obi so defend say party ni constitution kire say o oppositional 24 months to the election or say we
say at least 24 months
at least 24 months
yeah
so just say or say at least brofo prof mneche language
at least
at least 24 months
that means it could be 25 it could be 26 not less than 24
what you say eti no kra wo mu no and say me momu de ka me full so mu de free the bottom approach the top na and kabebo ankede because I mean so say ebasa there be any
division no
division there political parties and division
win election the party win election
Kwesi mami kanokre ni me kanokre say now leaders of MPP omo disappointed MPP in the sense say omo to me are manage the cracks in the party this is not MPP I know. This is not the MPP that FF Anto Darocha La Ajetemo a time. No, that this is not the MPP I'm seeing right now. Because for them, no, they will call you to book and tell you say the party is bigger than you.
Also, we are behind the scenes conversation.
We are behind the scenes conversation. We are behind the scenes, you know, still cracks, you know. Why don't you crack the whip? Debbie, also can be ACCA. Bibia ACCA. I had dance no, but this time, you know, also can go for you. I reprimand you. What is going on? Is it the MPP we know?
So their weak leadership? Weak leadership now, okay.
Leadership, what are they doing? What are the leaders doing? It is that time one now same see na ya Freddy Pakro one kind. No ko champagne for no at that time yes we dia Jojo kra no oba eduan kwant me fa bi nka no. Jojo keke. And na say ebi mu party ma ye kan ka bi. And obi amana no so MPP now or titi party no. Party anko for do omumu jani omu sweat. Ajesi wonum. Say the net yanka e wo be makono.
Doc, o just say bibi koso partner enya ma yanka ho semana.
Me say dia koso na enye no. But this time no enye me sisi here before election. Any after election, emu dia hin na party leadership. Etima kan wasem say we dey yaka wi. Omu dia tudwa.
Okay.
Emu dia hin. But before then no. Oh. Mami Cho, Hakman also Ajman, Muse. And I don't think so. Mukra your friends, Omukasa, Sade, a new crop of people, no, they listen to them. But I say they don't listen to them. Because you're a fine gentleman or MPP Mua. At that time now, Omukasa, Kita wait. What is going on in their party? Now, with all these cracks, what's a young party? Na young Kotuaba. Na unim de danimu. So what they watch Ejako kan.
Yeah. Say total nonsense.
You see? If
o say question we see abro sign na
o foundation ye.
Also wouldn't come roof ni so answer.
I mean it's you see as be no money edin say no.
And that's too much.
What you say?
But you see
they should come out.
I'm reading by you see. General Secretary no. We are party constitution that. Now let me correct myself earlier. Or say the presidential candidate shall be held not later than 24 months. Not at least, not later than 24 months. Prof, I know what can I say?
Yeah, not later 24 months. In other words, say it should not be
not later than.
You know,
not earlier than it's time on soon.
Yeah.
At least it be a December. And I'm making my chance to say December next year. I'm making my chance to say year election towards a year presidential candidate.
24 months.
24 months.
4 months. Your whole of next year.
Exactly.
And come on.
It's only one point. So but again, the amount of party constitution, I want to be shame what I say. However, the National Council may, on appropriate occasion, vary the date.
Yeah. It said May. It's not sharp.
So in this matter,
it's
they
May.
Have opted for May. In this matter,
no. A law.
And I make us say
law. May no.
You can't fault the party.
There be May need your probability. Me what?
And I say in this matter,
probability.
I'm not choosing May.
What's in May? And I mean, Miss your lawyers. Any lawyer will tell you say a sharp.
Again,
mandatory.
But you say.
But the mere fact say what choose made does not mean say anything can want him. Does not mean say the more can you no correct. That's what I'm saying. Because of the word may.
But you can also fault them for choosing the date too. Because so invested in them by the
party and by the party constitution where they need may. Where they need may and it's all choose and choose ya can't want him. What did I say? One you should share there. Amananya mandatory there. Who does it? In the wisdom of the framers of the constitution of MPP, they know the reason why they put the May there. If you say yakwa, one of our lawyers, MPP time and now we draft this that way constitution way. Kwesi, omuntu omboase.
Yo, jebuzafo. Dog someone to omboase. Number ye there. The chaos na beba. Disagree someone to an term. Prof, what's here in common? Even our more the decision of Grano as that become a problem. ABC was unanimous. ABC a majority. ABC people dissented. Bottom line is, NEC is the highest decision making body of the party.
Yeah.
Omakasa, you may agree or disagree. But meaning say you're binding there, I don't know. From what you said, as NPP. Omoye adiwe ya usha ebeboa.
Paka in it try to be a free by now be a should influence your decision.
Okay.
Sisia but be a NPP decision. Meaning say it will augur well for the party. And say a Yama party say okay, NEC is the supreme whatever to take decisions. But everybody know who NEC is now.
Like your when.
Ubian said in fact just before another one young men who say they have been shipped into line. Right? I want to describe it again.
Of course, I want to
say they've been shipped into line, and so they are quoting to a certain authority, and Singapore's perception is to see idea. And there's unnecessary, although they have the power, take a side decision there. That's what we say. It will not be at the interest of all. Maybe a football. I'm free say, although they take the decision, they should test it. How do they test it? We also see July, as I say.
July.
They will do
18th to 20th Zombian National Conference, annual delegate conference.
Yes. It's in take decision, and can they adjust the can and say, these are things they've taken, but they would like to bring it to another number to swap said now they agree or disagree.
Okay.
Sometimes you have
the
free send the court.
Because in fact, and that was with Benadavle, and he wasn't really emphatic. Say, SAC conference national. Though he wasn't saying that a casting stone there, but national when definite some come to Swaba.
And also the leadership, the substance of the leadership.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, the substance. You see, Justin has done the best he can.
Right.
But the view almost is here. Sometimes I feel like Justin need a substantial support. So far,
But the party's constitution backs him as the general secretary of the party. The whole constitution, the party structure, it backs him. I was our support. It is the office itself, not the person.
But that is what you are saying. What you are saying is only a perception. You think.
Yeah, you have to say office.
You think.
The office is powerful.
And I'm going to say it's a perception.
I see.
You think catch a police for someone research someone where the most they are corrupt. They will tell you it's a perception.
I see.
You know, you think the constitution is so powerful.
Of course. Back in the general secretary.
The Ghana constitution. Isn't it so powerful? But are we not talking about issues in go for the general constitution also? In go for the and they are not a perception or these are things that are there to kind of guide us. But still, they say nipa the man who say humble. Nipa the man who say humble. May I think say so far, I thought I'm going to say I know him more adjusted because leadership of those should be revolving around him now. Look at what is the chairman's case. I thought there's one Nkufubi. Yes, National Executive Committee or there or who comes to put out the information. You know. I thought as well the weight of the messenger is also very, very important. Yes, he's a young man, he's done his best, but crisis period the more moves to see him. I thought I am free say a more. No, she said can be asked to say disregarding. No, but I think we need a more heavier. I really don't know how to put it, but the fact of the matter is that they need a body maybe backing him.
You think the current position or situation now, NDP woman,
the leadership now,
the general secretary, is on fit within that crisis no woman to see.
See, when I'm talking about comparison. On those days, and when they impose you know, there's an aura, you know, and I'm not talking about America. The Ghana has done this bit, but around this time, you know, I think the decision, crisis no movement, you know. Sometimes I will, in fact, he did well not associating with any of the presidential candidates last time. And openly holding him now. So, made them feel say, Uncle, moment to take decision, boom, be as I say. I don't think that somebody like Bocheja could come and
total nonsense.
Bullet radar. It's like shooting. Which
bullet radar.
I thought it was also very unfortunate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because again, you could have taken a phone, spoken to. I just said we are Bible doctors will be catching up on my empty. No, I
remember I was like as one committee in Sadan.
Maybe I can no man feel. But no problem say. Why here certain steps have been taken on if you say they bridge gaps or no. You actually what? Enlarge the gaps.
Oh, I see. Do you want me to enlarge the gaps?
From what is going on, you can. You can make us say and definite. You know, guys, look, decision we hope to take, but it will be determined at the national. So you give people time. Answer to that, Abu Boy didn't know last week. 1% living now don't come. And I even pleaded, said they should suspend it.
Right.
And I'm happy it has ended that way. Okay, I dear for the dear Juman. Why I'm
but Prof, man, because she said, I won't mess with Ken and Cough and Barney and Cough. They seem to be tearing themselves apart. We kagu so, and the division cracks ever part. Don't you think so? Almost yes, election winner. At least about 3 years. I mean, largely about 3 years to build a solid base for the party into 2028 election. And that because some we really election.
But you and me, when we election earlier, I support it.
Exactly. So that's the
only
point.
Concern is the way they are communicating. Now it's like who is behind it?
Okay.
Who is
pushing the agenda?
Now, what is even worrying? So I can say this executives. So I say bottom up, then top down.
Top down. Some top down.
So I say current executive. In leading me leader. Now you leader we. That's over ye executive for. The executive uncle uncle for.
Leader.
The only leader that I didn't have any.
But say leaders obehwe say go for am penalty no be. Leaders obehwe say omo beti oye adwuma no. No be for.
Yeah, you didn't cross for there. How kind of division there? That means
but say leader there also team nim go for do beti oye adwuma.
But that is the
divide. Say leader no ba me say be and say whoever is the leader say e be a packer as against the president. Obviously the leader will not support that.
Divide and rule then. And so then they accept divide and rule. That is what we are saying. But the point is this. I thought you were going to say that really done. You would try and bring the forces. But so I know but no often will be
you know support but this
and then
no support of course but
within the party there should never be a leader saying say these are the people I think they support. In fact, if you know you don't say them. I thought you take steps. So at this level, someone to me, it's about me and I can. It means making any strike towards attracting even people they think they are against them. Then they've already lost the election.
I see.
So at this even time, so when we say Ken Grove will win, there's not a single person from this side of that who has this tendency or potency of bringing some sense of what you need to be treating them there. And then you did an interim grad there, and bear worse.
I see.
Especially in the states here, when you say that is not what you mean. In states here, if you see a leader now, nothing that after you be executive. No, I say that is a pen assembly. And on the who the national officer now, they are doomed. And this brings me to a third advice I've always given them. So it's about time, because in the MS, and the fourth industrial revolution has brought a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
One of them is about governance. So the way we used to govern, say okay, the BSF office, you're talking about you, and what is this? I think people should be thinking about voting for a chairman and secretary, and the rest appointing them. Put us, everybody is looking for a treasurer. We need these qualifications.
That's it.
People apply. And you pay them to be at the
party. They are now okay. Because Omar Shai somebody in a different way say, even the deputy general secretary, no one in Tom Soba. This time I'm choosing Tom Soba.
No,
I'm choosing Tom Soba.
The election thing is not helping.
I see.
The self-centeredness and not selfishness.
Yeah,
self-centeredness of us as human beings. We are the best baby. So me qualify na ade because she na poso na utua me ka. In fact, in some I will have to work for success, and my success means that so that you continue paying me, my work is as a trader, our finances in the office in the as well. As a deputy general secretary, I know the cohesion should be the case. But the Americans say, about no, they boy want some branding say. See, it is like the centerpiece of democracy. So I mention the fourth industrial revolution.
Yeah.
See, the first came, the second, the third, which seems to be, and the fourth one, which is dovetailing into the third one, suggests that governance should change.
I see.
The old school order should stop. Jimmy, I criticize Anton because the only person they need is a chairman. The rest,
appoint you.
Appointment from
the central.
So there's direct coalition.
I see.
Things they should begin to change the man. But I should step down. I should emphasize. I also think I think getting their presidential candidate is very necessary.
Okay.
I don't just like the way they seem to be going
about things, Okay, Mate. Poku say Prof knows the truth going on in the MP. Just that he can't say it. He should know. He knows the decision by the neck. Push him to say it. Push him to say what? You see what he's saying. He really knows what is going on with Justin Kodia. Yo, Mate. Oh, but he made a point. I mean, we bube. It's because where the MPP finds itself today, you need a more weightier person to be the general secretary to handle some of these matters. Maybe a phone line number on the page. Now, the conversation. No, we MPP ni. What do you think? We are Ghana. What do you think? I can't MMDC is one say. I can't BC one say. What are your thoughts on that? And the maybe phone line wanna join the conversation. 0594 19409 0322 497 264. Numbers to call this morning. Nafi join the conversation. Doc Akasa, Doc is not happy. Say, and yet MPP new 92 the leadership on your week. They are not performing. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, Papa, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Controversial. Mama about the Dr. Juma Pamuji. The chairman says that of Podron for you, Papa, also Bodu. Kaka Makasa. What say you bet me the software by MC, you bet him the Kaya San Papa. But I have software, the animal for the Piao. You see? And can confirm your look for the Coco and Kabi. No moment, you see. Fellow position, no more and this Papa. No man, no about 2
you make a good point there. Even that's it. Hello, good morning. Yeah, hello, good morning. Oh, it's me just fetch me. My uncle has called us on out of pay now. Yeah, pick some of your thought. Hello, good morning. 0594192409 0322497264. What do you make of what is happening right now? Doc Akasa and out of pay. Making the point that well, the people that we know today and yet the people we knew yesterday, no matter. And then the leadership now, moment to minka weapon. So we didn't say moment to minka. What do you think? Hello, good morning. Yeah, hello, good morning. I'm saying when Kwesi, but I'm frown. Yeah, munjina yima and I'm more from the TV sets no. Mesre, somebody do my volume no and sana, my friend, yes, Anna. The better feedback which doesn't really help the conversation going forward. You know, but you're trying to because the 0594192409 0322497264. Mami really a few messages here that fee. Mami care a few of the messages whilst you wait for some of the calls to rectify, you know, and I'll pay you on the show. Yeah, hello, good morning. Yes, I'm your phone and
Hello?
Yes, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir. Your first and everything. Okay, it's your no pay.
No pay.
Okay. Okay, Mate. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello?
Yes, sir, hello. Good morning.
Good morning.
What's your first and everything? Okay, somebody too.
I'm afraid of the church from now I'm afraid to be a worker. Doctor Kayano. It's a wrong people here. I don't know what I'm correct. Because it's going to see a part of the movie into the and also, I think I'm going to be I don't have a correct. No, the person that I'm going to come in and so, I don't know correct.
Mate. Mate, Madasi, emphasis from Yamba Party. That's what some of you are saying. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, I'm watching for everything.
But your friend watching
Great, watch it, but it's all the pay.
But when you make
Right. Medasi. I'm in contact with this one up here. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, I'm at your voice, Rafi. Great, yeah, Tiano on pay. Okay. Okay. But maybe just 2 more calls. Then I'll happy upon the pay. It seems a lot of people are not happy with the decision by the NDP. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm at your Okay, it's your pay.
Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, but it's your pay, sir. Oh, I was say your offer would say no. It's a delayed feedback, delayed broadcast. Yeah, hello, good morning. We're in Timin Generation. I'm for action. Now, my last one is not happy upon the pay. Hello, good morning.
Hello. Good morning. If I show no today.
I'm not going to pay for some African.
If I show my big girl, with a topic matter.
Great, I'll be to you.
I'm praying for me. It's a situation I won't know. And you say a very important tell. Miss Sloan,
Yo, okay, yeah, bodo amaka kufado nsema na oka no Ghana ye mo bododo tamokai 2015-2016 yet sika so come the here. Oh, former president we all be on pay chiao. You chiao pay. You feel. Sometimes I wake up the other me say hey, no matter your president again. Sometimes I don't know if you say another president. Oh, crap. Every time for you be corner and pay me can put us on the amount. Mosquito corner spray no. My park my year pa Pebi nothing to all them and it's all in a com if my company or for some company or 0246864798 046864798 and 0501454462 0501454462 so the second to .com UC Mass Edmond Kaye say Muria Education Limited omo and the UC Mass number much calculation come on betia say ye pa you know o school bi wo ho na say school no go so the baba chankra na dia on the how to do the calculation in mathematics but when I free a year Maria Education to pay on 0531024345 0531024345 and 0245211395 0245211395 now make tafuko plus at the amount on kana so no ye no mom plus and everybody ye pa mom sachi ba ko pe we make say cocoa no we make say soup we make say stew na the bank in the body the wetin dey come new to be about when it can from 6 months and above we bet me the amount free almo on 0501 576589 0501 576589 therefore the BC no yako any final word to be an professional European.
Because you were the final word, no, comma, Sister Paulina, Mammy, if you done I'm not or say, men can't say.
So Paulina, I'm
confused. Paulina, gifty, Ajamai.
Gifty,
Ajwa.
Okay, Paulina gifty, Ajman. And then we borrowing the
I don't borrow name to say
Paulina gifty.
I mean, me care for sisters be a me call Mubuame Okiu. Sister Mary Boa being very amfo. Christy and Sister Dora.
Matthew, Doc Medasi. Prof.
Oh, you are and can for America to say, I couldn't hear for I have colonel for 2 books.
Right.
I don't know, I'm saying, I'm no, or Casa, I don't patch on. I'm saying, you be someone who's a supporters are called. Don't be to the national action for Abaca party in here.
Right. Yeah, yeah,
I couldn't know Rebecca saying we are healing.
Of course, attractive. Yeah.
I was all man where I couldn't. I said, there may be where my Macono, and my money being so here in Macono, and tea, a prof for Diamano. I was for no see a boy, a better say, a Bernard so no, don't hear me and Sunny fan. I was sorry, Bernard, sometime we touch a school now more. Befamo toaso nyame ya dom na kire de kyeyeng na yenya nkwa de ba ye beba besom se de yeda me de create Asiedua anopa me nua be
Kwesi Parker Wilson abusa for Prof Charles Maffo and Dr. Eric Bimpon. They'll be my guests this morning on the show. Yami much now Friday we're with another edition of OBT. They're coming in. Have a good morning.